such extraordinary stories of the power of the mind, right? It's just, and even the other side where that
Yes,
person in the front row is upset, it's like stop to understand that possibly you're upset because you're challenging a belief system that is not working for you, right? And
beautifully said,
that
Casper.
that too, like when you get upset by something, understand, ask yourself, why am I being upset by someone saying I could
Yes,
walk again? Isn't that a beautiful thing? But maybe I'm just stuck in my belief system that told me I could not walk,
exactly.
right?
I think that is one of the hardest things that people face when they're looking to change, at least for myself, because you have to let go of
Yes.
everything you thought you knew, of everything you thought you were. And that is scary for a lot of people, right? That means like
Incredible.
maybe things I was taught when I was a child aren't real. Maybe things that the schools taught me aren't real. Maybe things that the TV and politics taught me aren't real, right? And that is shattering an identity. And what happens with that is you can lose friends, right? You can lose family that you maybe don't agree with anymore. You can lose where you live and that whole community. And yet you to be so bold and courageous to let go is what I believe when they say let go and let God, right? To let go of what was is really allowing this beautiful understanding, this new version of yourself to be birthed, this higher version of you, right? More whole, more, I really believe we're all born as, we come from whatever it is you want to believe in. But there's this unified energy, this source, this love, this oneness, and I believe we're that. And it's not like we have to become anything. We have to remove everything that's not that. And those are those limiting beliefs. Those are those programs. Those are those things. It's like, I think we got stuck on like, well, I got to become somebody.
Yeah.
No, you're already it. You've
Yeah.
just got to remove everything that's not that, everything that everyone else told you, and remember who you are
Yeah.
inside. Remember what you're capable of.
Yeah.
Remember that you are love. All of those things that you're searching for. I call it your treasure chest, right?
Hmm.
We're out looking for these treasures. It's right here. It's in your heart. It's telling you, right? The mind thinks, the heart knows. And if we can go back to the heart and remember just who we are and why we're here. And the world needs that more than ever. Like more than ever do we need people waking up to the idea. My dad hates when I say waking up. He's like, waking up. Like we're like, sounds like this. I'm like, okay, well, just remembering, like just remembering who you are. Like, I really believe we're all here to walk each other home. And it's
Yeah.
like, it's hard at times because you want to pull people. You're like, come on, we're going home. We're going back
Yep.
to like oneness, love. And they're like, no, I don't want to, right? Because it's easier to stay. It's easier to stay in your comfort zone. It's easier to stay with all you know. Like, but it's not worth it. It's
No.
definitely not worth it.
It's
But
like you said, it's the matrix, and we need to red pill each other back to understand our beauty and divinity and all of that, right?
oh my God,
We
I love
need
it.
more red pills out there, and that's a good thing. That's a beautiful thing.
It's a beautiful thing. I believe, I grew up going to like Bible school, and I was really taught that I had to pray to this thing outside of me, and maybe that thing would hear me and would help me. And, I had to do my best here and be a good girl because then maybe I could go to this place called heaven. And the more I realized, like, heaven is a state within, right?
Hmm.
Heaven is a frequency. That love that we're looking for is already in us. It's with us, right?
Yes.
I think it's Dr. Joe that says a really beautiful thing. Like, if the divine could hide the most beautiful thing, if divinity was going to hide itself, it would hide itself in the place no one looks, which is inside of you,
Yeah.
right? We're here,
Right.
right? We're looking everywhere but within. But the moment you go within and you start to see and look, it's I swear to you, like if somebody's listening to this, like, I just don't understand it. I get it. I was you. I was like, what is this stuff? Like, this is some crazy talk. Like, I work in sports. Let's go talk about
Yeah.
football. Let's go talk about, I'm going to fashion week. Like, that is my life. Sitting with myself, heaven within, divinity. Like, what? Like, you lost me.
Yeah.
But I just believe in what works. And this works. And when something you find for yourself is true, you can't help but be excited to tell others. And it's the sharing, like I'm so grateful that you have this podcast. I'm so grateful for who you are and what you're sharing with people. I mean, it is a gift to this world. Thank you for your contribution, because more and more people, I just hope, can see and learn what you're teaching and what you're sharing and take their power back. Right? Remember that they are all that they're looking for. There's nowhere to go. I think the biggest thing when I was sick is everybody kept talking about this light at the end of the tunnel, that expression. And I'm like, everyone's talking about this light at the end of the tunnel. Like, I don't see it. Even worse, I
Right.
don't know it's coming.
Right.
And then I got there one day and I realized that all it was a mirror, and it was just reflecting back me. And the light I was looking for had to come from within me. And so that which we're looking for, it's us. And so we can just try on that idea, right? Because it can be a big idea, but when you can just try on that idea and make these small little, like, what would happen if I just like hung this stuff on my mirror and said it every day? What would happen if I just started like denying my senses and the pain that I'm having in my body and kept focusing, unwavering belief on I am healthy, I am whole. And I kept showing up like that. And I stopped telling the old stories and I started telling another one. Yeah, I'm healed. Well, I mean, I remember saying that to my parents. They're like, what? I'm like, yeah, I'm healed. I'm good. It felt weird at first, but the more
Yeah.
you say anything, you start to believe it, right?
Yeah.
Somebody told you your name was Casper. You're like, well, and then you're just like, I'm Casper. And you
Yep.
became Casper. I started to identify with it. Just like those diseases that you talked about with somebody got it back on their blood work. And it's like, then they tried it on and then they became it. You can try
Yes.
on any identity and become it. So try on divinity. Try it on.
Yes. It's such a wonderful message to kind of end this on. Like, try that out. Like, change your beliefs, change your mind, change your life.
Yeah.
It's such a truth, and you are the walking epitome of it. So thank you so much for all you do, your work,